players need clubs and players need employers. And we had faith that the club would stay alive and they would still get the paybacks that they get from being in the Football League, where they distribute a share of television money, etc., etc. So the security was there if the club had a future. And as you know, we very rarely have lost a club. Before my day, Bob Lord had Accrington Stanley out of the league, but they got back. And during my time, we just lost Maidstone. But with when I was talking about saving the league, and I mentioned, and they had to bring in the playoffs because the first division used to have a quarter of all the money. Then they had a half. Then they had three quarters. Then it was inevitable they were going to break away. So we had to look after the league and try and think of things like the playoffs. But what we also did, if you remember as well, outside of the league, they used to even vote whether an outsider club could come in. And they would all get together in the fourth division and just not have people who deserve to be promoted and in there. So there is some real fresh water coming in as well from the National League, and you're seeing how that attracts money into clubs like Wrexham with the film stars. But nevertheless, you'd have to say they look really genuine lads who want to have a part of a bit of history. So it doesn't take much to know the genuine owners from those who are in it for the wrong reasons. And I would just hope that Birmingham have got owners who really believe in the city and the club and its potential. Never underestimate the strength of a crowd and playing in front of a crowd like you see at Birmingham, like you've talked about when we had those key games to just stay up in the first division. The crowd effect is fantastic. It was great. And it just the same as when we're playing down at Leighton Orient and needed to beat them. And you might well have heard the story, but I took a corner, Bob Latchford put it in. We had to win the game, and Millwall fans were at that game because they wanted us to lose. And Millwall fans invaded the pitch after we scored, and a fan pulled a knife out on me and Alan Campbell and said, if you win this match, you're going to get this after the match, as though that affected us. We won the game 1-0. We were all in the bath. We were having champagne. We were just having beers. We were relaxing. We'd got promoted. And then the loudspeaker came on and it said, please evacuate the ground, evacuate the ground. We've heard that a bomb is going to go off. And believe it or not, we didn't give a toss. And we were and the next minute, as God's my judge, it went boom. And there was an incendiary device that they put in the stand that went off. Yeah.
Wow. Gordon,